What do you do when your biggest enemy is you? I ask myself this question every day because I know I'm not the only one. But on the surface, it looks like, oh, your environment is what's causing you to fail. On the surface, it looks like, oh, it's your family. Oh, it's these people. Oh, it's this setting. Oh, it's this, it's that, it's that. But you never ask yourself, wait a minute, is it me that's the problem? Am I the reason why I feel this way? Am I the reason why I haven't succeeded in what I wanted to succeed at? I think about Dragon Ball Z, and it's so crazy. It comes around in my life full circle. It was the first anime that I watched when I was a kid, 5 years old. I remember every night before I would go to sleep, I would have 30 minutes of TV time, and I would put on Dragon Ball Z Kai, naked on the ground on the floor waiting for my bath to warm up, and I would watch a 30-minute episode of Dragon Ball Z Kai before I take a shower and go to sleep, or take a bath and then go to sleep. And it's so crazy how over the course of my life, Dragon Ball Z really came back around, and it shows you so many lessons. On the surface, it looks like a goofy show. After watching so many anime and watching anime with the storytelling that is 10 times that of Dragon Ball, it's so weird, but I feel like the biggest lessons I've learned is from the simplest shows like Dragon Ball Z. And it's clear as day with one character in particular, Vegeta, right? Vegeta's main ambition, his whole goal in that show was always to become the strongest Saiyan. But more specifically, he always wanted to be stronger than Goku. And because of that, he always looked at someone else, Goku. He always looked at Goku as that level for him to reach every time, every day he would train for that sole purpose. And yet, he could never become as strong as Goku. And why is that the case? Well, it's quite simple. He had somebody else on a higher pedestal than himself without even knowing. And you would think, how's that even possible? Vegeta is probably the most prideful person we know. But nah, man. The way that this dude respected Goku to such a level to where he would have him on his mind 24/7. He had a whole family still thinking about Goku, bro. Now we could low-key think maybe he's gay, but nah, come on, Vegeta ain't like he don't swing that way. Obviously, I mean he had a family, but the point is, right? Why is that Goku was always stronger than him, right? And it comes down to your mindset, your mentality. Goku never cared about becoming stronger than anyone else. He always just wanted to become the best version of himself. And by doing that, he did what he needed to do every day to achieve his goal of becoming a better version of himself. And he spoke through action, not through words. He would train every day. Yes, he was low-key a deadbeat dad. We can't skip that part. But for the most part, in terms of himself as a human being, Goku was a great person. He saved the world how many times? He worked out to become one of the strongest Saiyans, well, the strongest Saiyan ever. And he just never had that in the back of his mind, oh, I need to be better than this person. I need to be better than that person. Whereas Vegeta always said he had to be better than Goku. So that's the difference between what makes somebody great and what makes somebody good, you know? And I look back at it in my own life, and I always compare myself. This sense of comparison. And not even just that, this sense of always talking about stuff rather than doing it. You know? Why do you always want to say that you're going to do this? Oh, you're going to lock in. Man, get that out the window. It's whether you do it or not. It's as simple as that. Right? You don't need to tell the world, yo, everybody, I'm locking in, y'all. Y'all not even going to recognize me a year from now. Brother, why are you telling people this? It's up to them whether they notice that you changed or not. And it's up to you on whether or not you actually do it. But the second that you tell people this, that's that dopamine that's going to start going in your mind. That's going to start being like, oh yeah, I'm good. I got this in the bag. I'm locked in. Whole time, you're just saying that. You're not actually doing it. There's a difference. That's that cheap dopamine. When we say we're going to do certain things and we just never end up doing it for the validation of other people. At the end of the day, they don't care about you, bro. They're gonna forget literally within 10 minutes. Do you know how quick our brains move on to certain things, especially now with short form videos and TikTok, Instagram Reels, all of that? You think they're gonna care about, oh, you having this massive ambition of becoming the greatest or whatever? Bruh, we all got our own lives, and it's like you have to focus on yourself, gang. You have to focus on yourself and really look at what you want to do in your life and actually do it. Actually do it. You can't change if nothing changes, you know? And bro, I know people gonna think this is inspirational, but I'm just talking to myself, man. I'm really talking to myself. I feel like time and time again, I try to be better. I try to make myself a better person. I try to get myself out of my comfort zone. And maybe I did. Maybe I have for the most part. I don't know. But to me, I feel like I have so much room to improve upon in my personality, in my craft, and what I want to be and what I want to become, that I just can't see it. And that always beats me down time and time again. I wonder why I compare myself to other people. Why I always end up reverting back to bad habits even though I said I wasn't going to get back into it. It's like at the end of the day, nothing will change if you don't change, bro. And people hate change. Change is the most uncomfortable thing in the world because you're entering the unknown. But if there's one thing I've learned in life, I'm at 20 years of living. I know it's nothing much. But I've learned that change is always necessary for growth. And it's never a bad thing. No matter how bad it may look, whether it's a negative type of change, whether you become homeless or whether you become a millionaire and you live in the biggest mansion of your life, everything happens for a reason. And it was meant for you in your life to go through this road, you know? So all I have to say is don't be like Vegeta, bro. As much as I love Vegeta, don't be like him. Be like Goku. You run your own race day in and day out. Stop trying to be like other people. Stop having these superficial goals just because everybody else has these same goals and society makes it look cool to be like, yeah, this is what I need to do, and if I do this, then I'm gonna get that validation from everybody else. You don't even know that that's how you're thinking because you hear it coming out of my mouth and you're like, that's such a cringe way of thinking, right? But really really think about it deep down. Be honest with yourself. Do you honestly think you be thinking like that sometimes, low key? Not even sometimes, majority of the time. Be honest with yourself. And the first step to always becoming a better person, a better version of yourself, the man or the woman that you always knew you were meant to be, it's that accountability. You gotta first acknowledge that, yeah, that's true, bro. I do be seeking validation from others. I do be comparing myself to others a lot. Okay, now what do I need to do to fix it? And then you go and fix it. That's all I had to say with this video. I appreciate y'all for watching, and peace to the Middle East, homies.